We've heard a story that there's possibly been people buried on this property.
Oscar, are you 6 years old?
Did you guys hear that, Travis?
Yeah, absolutely. Come from over here. That's there.
I almost think it sounded like someone's coming down the stairs.
I have no idea. It's just something just touched my ear.
You ready?
Yep.
Here's the unveiling.
Come on out.
What did you say the name of that kid was that supposedly lives here?
Oscar?
Oscar? Good for general merchandise. Oscar? And then a last name right there.
The reason I brought you up here is of all the rooms in the house, this one seems to have the most activity.
On this episode of Haunted Grounds, Leopolis, Wisconsin. This unassuming town hidden off Highway 29 was founded in 1865 by Nathan Leopold. With a small populace now residing amongst the scattered abandoned homes, Leopolis teeters on the brink of becoming a ghost town. But this town is a municipality where the underparted march the streets at night. This 3,000 square foot 3rd Street manor may seem conventional to the unsuspected passerby, but since purchasing the estate, new owner Richard Zogelman and his staff have experienced multiple strange events. You might even say unnatural. After talking with local residents and town business owners and hearing stories of the macabre, Richard quickly realized his recent acquisition is haunted. Concerned, Richard contacted the very well-known paranormal investigation team, the Fox Valley Ghost Hunters. Founder Craig Naring will bring in his expert team together along with a variety of investigation equipment to seek the answers that Richard looks for. Accompanying them are professional relic hunters David DiNatal and Sonia Harshman. This unique team of metal detectorists have worked closely with archaeologists, law enforcement, and paranormal teams across the United States. They will use the state-of-the-art detectors to recover lost items beneath the property grounds. These recoveries will then be used by Craig's team to help trigger a connection with the spirit world.
This is a really interesting house you have here. Can you tell me a little bit about the history here?
Yes, it was built in 1928 by A.N. Brunner. He was the bank president here. Some of the locals call it the Haunted Mansion on the Hill. There's a foundation from a barn out there. They used to raise pigs and do whatever they could to get through the Depression. And then after that, it had a series of owners. I know there was an assisted living for some time. And then after that, it was a private home again for a while. And then it was vacant. That's when I acquired it.
Richard, you mentioned that it's the haunted house on the hill. Can you tell us a little bit about the activity that's been going on here?
I believe it started in 1928 when the house was built. The kids could see they called him Oscar because it's a bohemian community. I believe that's the generic term for like a Casper. And he'd come out of a closet in one of the bedrooms, and then the kids would communicate with him. Actually, they said play with him at times. Matter of fact, when I first bought the house, I went in the bar down the street, and the bartender said, "Well, how's Oscar?" And that's when I asked. I said, "Who the hell's Oscar?" And then he filled me in on who Oscar was. He said, "Oscar's been there since 1928."
The trigger item recovery team will be used to extract relics from the grounds of the property in hopes that they may have a significance to the investigation. Dave and Sonia will be the first to see or touch these items in almost 100 years. Once extracted, they will be moderately cleaned, researched, and identified before they are presented to Craig's investigational crew.
I think I might have a quarter. Or definitely not a quarter. Oh, it's a token. See, it says 10 on it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I love finding these.
Back outside in a wooded parcel of the property, Dave locates an iron-infested area which he believes was the family's trash pit. Trash pits hold some of the most unique and personal artifacts. They also tell stories of the families who once inhabited the area.
Oh my God, you're not gonna believe it.
Are you serious? Another token. But I'm not sure what it is yet, because I haven't looked. But, oh no, this is different. I have no idea. What is that? Okay. We gotta clean up the Sonya way. Oh, it's so rusty.
Based on the relics found here today, Dave believes that they date back from the late 1800s to early 1900s.
What is that? It says 21 WISVOL.
Oh.
What is that?
I heard there was some interesting things going on here with some construction people or people working on the house that had some activity happening around them. Can you tell us about that?
Early in the beginning, there was a young couple painting in the great room, and they texted me. They said, "Rich, need to speak to you ASAP in the AM." So I called them right away. I said, "What's the problem?" They said, "We took some antlers out of the basement, put them up in the living room," and they said after that the lights went on and off, the doors open and closed, and we could hear growling coming out of the radiators. And at that time, the radiators were empty. There was no water in the boilers. They said, "What should we do?" I said, "Put those antlers back where you got them from, because you pissed somebody off."
We've heard a story that there's possibly been people buried on this property from past. Can you elaborate on that at all?
There was a story that a medium came and felt that there were some bodies buried here. Now it could be years ago there was cholera, or could be an Indian burial ground, but they thought there were 3 men possibly buried on the property. But there's like 6 acres here, so we have no idea, anything about that, and could go back a long time.
Hello?
Are you almost here?
Yeah.
All right, man. When you get here, park and go to your left. I think I found an old homestead, finding a lot of house relics.
What do you mean go to the left? Like in the driveway or past the driveway?
No, to the left of the driveway. When you get out of your car, you'll see me in the kind of sort of in the woods by that old barn. And I think
Oh, okay.
there's a lot of signals out here.
Okay.
What did you say the name of that kid was that supposedly lives here?
Oscar?
Oscar? Good for general merchandise. Oscar? And then a last name right there. So I wonder if he's not a kid. I wonder if it's an older guy and they just think it's a kid. Seriously, it says Oscar as plain as anything right there. And I can't read the last name, but we'll figure it out. And it's got the town. How cool is that?
Oh my God. That is
The
insane.
odds. That's the only thing that I found here so far. And yeah,
That's insane.
isn't that crazy? I was like, oh, I gotta tell Dave that.
Wait till they
That's
wait till they find out. We won't tell them. We won't tell them till we hand them everything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I wanted to tell you that.
That's the best find so far. Check this out. I got an intact, compact makeup. It's got something on there. It's got some kind of writing. Let me just check it out real quick. back is smooth. And the front, there's no name on here, so usually you find these and they're Princess Pat, but it has like it looks like a flower vase and you see that? It's a little vase, the vase and then the flowers coming out of there. And there's the back, there's the hinge in the back. And no other writing. So this has got to be maybe older than the Princess Pat's. Don't know. But that is one cool find.
Open that sucker up.
No.
Oh, that's so bad.
You're going to make me break it, right?
Oh, you gotta open it.
It's probably just going to be a broken mirror.
Probably, but
Maybe
you never
a coin
know.
in there. Oh, here
See,
we
look
go.
how easy that opened.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Here's the unveiling. All the haunted stuff comes out of here.
After digesting the information given by Richard, Craig and Brittany brief the remaining team members and devise a plan.
So I talked to the owner, and he has some really interesting things going on in the house, upstairs and downstairs. So what we want to do tonight is investigate upstairs for a while, and then go downstairs and see what we can capture.
Okay, so I gotta ask, what kind of things are going on upstairs?
Well, there's a little boy named Oscar, and even the townspeople have talked about him. They say the house up on the hill has a little boy named Oscar, and we need to find out if he's there. I'm gonna go upstairs, see if I can establish connection with what's ever up there. I want you to go downstairs, maybe bring a voice recorder, REM pod, and other stuff to see if you can make contact with whatever's down there.
Yeah, we could bring our voice recorder, REM pod, just some equipment, maybe see if stuff goes off.
Yeah, I'll bring my K2 down there and get a good baseline, make sure there's no real high EMFs down there, and see what we can find.
With Craig's plan in play, the investigating team is eager to see what Dave and Sonia have found.
Alright, bearing gifts. And we found some really cool stuff that hopefully you guys could use in your investigation. Alright, here's some of my finds. This is from the Miller Brush Company. There would have been bristles that came out of this, and it'd be like a little whisk brush. This is probably a really cool find. I found a lot of these compacts, makeup compacts, and usually a Princess Pat. This one is much older. It has a little vase with some flowers in it and a little ornate triangle on top. And as you can see, it opens. There is some old makeup inside there, but no surprise, no coins or anything like that. I don't want to open up too much because I don't want to break the hinge on it.
I've got a jar lid also, but it's got some script writing on it. I think it says LEX, but I'm not sure. Might be off a cold cream bottle, maybe. I got some coins. I've got 2 wheat pennies, 1920 and I think a 1945. A 1902 Indian head penny. And then
Sonia's second find of the day was a teaser, but after further research, the piece turned out to be a Wisconsin 21st Volunteer Infantry commemorative Civil War token. Great recovery indeed, but Sonia saved the best for last.
My favorite find is this token. It's good for 10 cents in merchandise at Oscar's General Store.
Now, we don't know if this is the Oscar that resides here in the spirit world, but Craig, you can bring that up into your investigation and see if it has some kind of correlation between the spirit and the token.
Craig and Brittany head upstairs in hopes of establishing contact with Oscar. Investigating paranormal activity during the day is an unconventional practice, but the entities in this house have their own rules. Travis and Melissa head down to the basement. Their undertaking will be much more difficult because whatever resides down there has already made it clear you are not welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be good stuff.
I kind of want to put this over by that closet.
Using a variety of electronic devices, along with trigger items supplied by the recovery team, they will attempt to collect evidence supporting the existence of paranormal activity that has been previously reported.
Oscar, if you're up here, can you come out of the closet and play with the music box and make really neat music?
Were you walking around up here? Come on out and say hi. Oscar, you want to come out? There's a music box on the floor. It'll play music if you go by it.
I mean, she can open the door and maybe you can just reach out and put your hand by the device and it will make music.
Come on out.
Yeah.
It's full of wood.
I'll set the REM pod over here.
This is a paralight. So basically, if any energies come close to it, the light's going to go up with different colors. I think we have some energy or electricity over here. I'm going to try going close to it to show you.
Oh, so it's
See
like
how cool that is?
Oh, so it's like a big K2 meter.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that should get some activity. So I'm just gonna set the millimeter right here on the stairs. So in case anything were to go up or down the stairs, we'll get some sort of reaction on the millimeter.
That's a great idea because the owner actually said that he would hear people coming up and down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Got the canning jars, which maybe they did use in the basement, so I think that would be good.
Well, let me see the canning jar lid. I'm gonna set it over here by the REM pod. That looks like an old canning cellar area.
Oh, that's a great idea. All right, and then I also have a compact makeup case that they found. I know maybe typically a woman wouldn't be down here, but I think if there's a woman's spirit, we'll try that as an
absolutely,
object.
sure.
I've got one more canning lid. So the compact makeup case that they found, I think I'm just gonna hold on to it because if somebody wants this back, they're gonna have to go through me.
Okay.
Do you like that? Oscar, if you like it, can you stop? Must like the music.
So I've heard there's some negative energy in this basement. Is there anybody down here with me? Can you make our equipment go off if you're down here? If you come down the stairs, there's a light there. Did this makeup case belong to you that I have?
Who's over here in this room? Can you make a noise so I know where you're at? The owner says you like to run up and down the stairs. Is that true?
So we found some canning lids in the ground here. Is this where you used to put your jars? Do you like that we brought this down to you? Who's down here with me? Can you go by my equipment? Did you guys hear that, Travis?
By the stairs.
I almost think it sounded like someone was coming down the stairs. Can you come on down? I'd like to talk to you. There's movement over there. Do you care to talk to me?
It just got really cold right in this area. There's something like right in front of me. Can you walk over to Melissa and stand in front of her?
Make some noise. Make us know that you're here. Is that on the stairs? Who's here? Can you make some noise for us again? Something touching you?
I have no idea. It's just something just touched my ear.
It's super cold right by my hand.
Really? Wow.
I said thank you and goodbye and I'll see you later, and boom. It's like he came and sat here finally. My hand is like
Which hand is cold?
left, and it's tingly.
On the thermal? On the thermal camera, it is reading about 71 degrees on your right hand, and on your left hand, it is about,
It's not
let's
cold
see,
here anymore.
75.8. So your right hand there is a lot cooler. Of course, your left hand on your side. But,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm going to turn on this device, which is a ghost box that runs white noise between radio stations to see if anything can communicate with us.
Perfect. Some other people from our team found this really cool token here. And Oscar, I'm curious if this has anything to do with you. It says on here that it's from a general store, but it says that it's from Oscar, and I'm sorry I can't read the last name, but it says general merchandise. And on the front it says good for merchandise 10 cents. Is this from you? Did you have a general store at one point?
Oscar, are you here?
Oscar, did your family have a general store? What was that?
I don't know. If you're here, give me a number between 1 and 10.
I'm gonna set the coin down over here for you to come and look at. What was that?
Do you know one of our names that's here? Wait, did I hear a noise come from the closet?
Yeah. You can come out, Oscar. It's okay. Or maybe you're not Oscar.
It just said talk.
You want to come out and talk? I'm gonna open the door for you, okay?
It's open now.
Come on out. I put the coin on the edge of the nightstand for you to look at.
Are you gonna come talk to us tonight? Maybe. Oscar, are you 6 years old?
It's a yes.
Yeah. So we decided to try this room while it was still light out because maybe Oscar's a little bit more frightened to come out when it's dark. So what we wanted to do is see if he would interact with us when it's light, and so far, this seems to be working.
Yeah, I think it definitely has made a huge difference. He definitely seems more apt to come out during the daytime, I think, what it sounds like from everybody else that's been here. So hopefully, if it's still being light out for a little while, it'll definitely play into a positive factor for us. Play into a positive factor for us. Play into a positive factor. Play into a positive factor.
If you're over there, can you go by that red light?
I still feel like a heavy coldness right in front of us.
Is there someone in front of us?
I kind of felt that this morning or this afternoon when we were here before dark.
Can you do anything to let us know you're here? It was right when I said I felt something in my hair. So whatever just touched touched my hair a second ago. Are you over there now?
Like I said, I felt something really heavy and cold right here.
Well, then it was like something that's like touching my hair. It was almost like it was playing with my hair.
Well, we were standing in the same spot this afternoon, and I felt something on the back of my head, right next to my ear. Would you answer some questions if you were able to talk?
It's cold again.
Jesus.
With daylight running out, the team switch gears and prepare for nightfall. As the investigation continued through the early morning hours, activity diminished. The team wrapped and compared results.
Well, guys, I think we had a really good night. What do you think of what we experienced?
It was okay.
Yeah, some good stuff in the ghost box.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely wanted to talk to us more, which was good.
So when we went to the basement, I felt something grabbing my hair, almost like it was playing with my hair. And then it kept touching the top of my hair, and it got really cold.
Yeah, it was constantly cold over by the basement door.
And then
going up.
Travis was feeling touched. This kind of just continued. It was crazy.
I gotta tell you guys, after having some time to sit down and review some of the footage, we did notice that there's what seems to be a pretty large shadow coming towards you.
Really?
No shit.
And you would
Wow.
feel like you were getting touched.
Wow,
Yeah,
at the same
no.
time?
And at the same
Oh
time,
my
the REM pod was
gosh.
going off.
Well, that's true, because it would happen to me, and then I would say, is there somebody touching my hair? And then the REM pod would go off. And so you saw a shadow. Was it behind us? Because I was getting it from behind us.
It was coming from the left, it seemed to be, but then it would kind of disappear. So it's hard to tell. It could have moved.
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy.
What I think is kind of crazy is that everybody has this, perception of it being nighttime only. Well, you guys had action and evidence collected during the day,
Yeah.
and we came back in the basement and it was nighttime. So it just comes to show that it's like any time of the day. It doesn't matter. So I mean, all in all, I think it was a good investigation.
Definitely.
So
Should we call it a night?
Yep, I think we
I
should.
think so.
Yep.
All right.